It's the only thing I can remember, and that gruesome image. Maria!
I'm quite cozy. Cozy games! It seems like everywhere you look, you can find countless developers who are making a cozy game to call their own. Of course, you have the classic games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, The Sims, Animal Crossing again, Stardew Valley again, Animal Crossing again, Stardew Valley again, Animal Crossing again. You have a lot of options, but most of the time, those games are being developed with the basis for what we like to call the cozy game. And that title right there is what I have a bit of a problem with. You see, these games can obviously be super relaxing to play. The only time I get frustrated in Animal Crossing is when I'm missing the last fish I need for my museum. But I don't like the label of having all these games be cozy games as like a genre per se. It's weird to me. Again, these games do make me feel cozy when I play them. I like to be in a small town and plant flowers and only talk to Penny every time I make a new file because I love her. But I also feel very cozy when I do this. Obviously, this is not a chill environment. I'm running around at top speeds, killing demons from hell in the most gruesome of ways possible on ultra violence difficulty, and I feel like I'm gonna awaken my third eye if I'm not careful. But weirdly enough, I'm chilling. I have the type of music I like playing. I'm playing a game that satisfies my insane dopamine desire in my brain, and I'm in comfy clothes with a blanket and drinking a Pepsi. Some may say, now you're gonna love this, that I'm, wait for it, pretty damn cozy. And some may say that I'm weird for saying that. I mean, how does this make me relax? Why do I feel so cozy when I play this? Surprisingly, I actually have an answer for this question. I don't know. What? I'm not a scientist. I'm a guy who plays video games, draws little cartoons, and makes funny videos for the internet. My videos are funny, right? There is no scientific explanation for any of this. It just is what it is. It's your taste in games that can make any specific game be cozy to you. I find Sonic games to be really cozy for me, whether that's because of nostalgia playing a part of it, or just because I genuinely really like the game. So yeah, the question, what makes a cozy game to you, is very easy to answer. It's literally just what you like. It's your opinion. The real question I wanted to ask is, why are we classifying only these specific types of games to be cozy and not others? The easy answer is because it's way easier to explain to someone that this game gives off way more of a cozy, easy time vibe than this game does. Yeah, how are you going to be cozy in this? You're in an intense situation. Every second, you're making split decisions on what to do, what gun to pull out, which enemy to shoot, and what platform you're going to jump onto next. Here, your biggest issue is if you bought too many crops before the season ends. Obviously, if someone says they like cozy type of games, there's a clear answer in what kind of games they might like. Personally, a game that I was recommended to play because of its cozy vibes was A Short Hike. And it was a beautiful game. You play as a little bird guy who basically goes on a short hike up a mountain to get some reception for his phone. On your journey, you can complete fun little side missions and meet charming characters along the way. I beat it in like 2 hours, which is great for a small indie game that I got on sale for like $2. And you know what? At the end of it all, this fun little charming cozy game made me bawl my eyes out. I was bawling so hard I had to step away. Granted, it's not hard to make me cry. I'll cry right now if I think about Coco a little too much. But you know what I didn't feel at the end of that game? Cozy. Not to say that the game isn't cozy, it just doesn't make me feel cozy when I see it anymore. It is a cozy game for sure with a bittersweet message, and that's fine. I just don't see it in that light anymore. So A Short Hike isn't cozy to me. But what is cozy to me about A Short Hike is its charming art style that other games have been using. For example, web fishing. This is a cozy game that kind of took off at the end of 2024. It's a simple game where you play as a cat or dog and you go out and fish for small and big fish. And I'm talking big fish. I mean, you can get some big fish, dude. The part that really reels people in, did you see what I did there, is the fact that you're fishing with other people. And the whole game is a glorified chat room. Yeah, you can upgrade your fishing pole and customize your character, but the whole point of the game is to talk to people. It's supposed to bring people together. I mean, just look at us on this dock. We look like a bunch of sardines in a sardine can. Hey, my videos are funny, right? And you know, I played it for like an hour or two, and I thought the game was fun enough. I liked fishing in games. I have no problem with that. My problem was that I'm not good at talking to people. In a game where the whole idea is talking to strangers and making conversation is kind of the selling point, and I don't do it, I feel like an outcast, which in turn made the game feel like the complete opposite of cozy for me. I felt alone. And yes, you can make the argument that you can play the game and ignore other people and just fish the whole time and it'd still be cozy, where you can customize and upgrade a character and collect all the fish that you could want. But is that what you really think people like about wet fishing? No, it's the community. It's the interactions you have with people. If it really was just about fishing, I don't think it would be averaging 4,000 players a day since launch in October of 2024. With that in mind, while I was playing, I knew that the whole point of the game was to talk to each other. So when I couldn't do that, I wasn't cozy anymore. None of this is to talk down on the game, mind you. I think it's great that people find comfort in games and have fun with old and new friends. I would never want to take that away from anyone. I just want to make that clear. And as far as I know, the developers of both these games are not advertising these games as cozy experiences. Rather, they're advertising the games as what they are: casual and relaxing games. However, the gaming community has come by and started saying that these games are cozy, which is kind of weird, because what is a cozy game exactly? Is a cozy game supposed to be something that doesn't challenge you or is just extremely easy? Because if that's the case, Stardew Valley doesn't really fit that, because there are times in Stardew Valley where I do feel stress. I'm in the mines and oh my god, it's 2 a.m. and I have to run back before I lose half my items. That's a little bit scary. That's a little bit stressful. So it's not cozy anymore. It's a very vague thing to talk about, but cozy is just a really weird label to put on so many games that don't really encompass that. What I'm trying to get at is that I think the concept or genre of cozy games has kind of been taken to an extreme. I mean, it has a whole section dedicated to it on Steam and an entire direct that has been held for 2 years now. Which is great, you know, I love having indie games get a spotlight, and I love that there's a community of people who love cozy games to have a place and find more cozy games. But you know what we used to just call these cozy games? We used to just call them casual, relaxing games. Games that don't require a lot out of the player in order to complete tasks and advance in said game. But now, with this cozy gamification of video games, we just keep getting the same kind of game that's supposed to invoke cozy feelings. And then you look at the game, and it's another farming game with NPCs that you can marry! I don't mind having this as a genre of game that's out there. I like some of them. I'm excited for the Lord of the Rings one, whatever it's called. I can't remember right now, and I'm too lazy to look it up. But I don't even know if I'm going to play it, because I know I've played these games before! And it feels like every direct I watch, there's a new cozy game being made. And then it feels like the whole genre is being oversaturated by this type of game because of its name and popularity that 2 games under this umbrella have had. It's like the same thing that happened with Souls-likes, and how when From Software made Dark Souls and it got really popular, so then every game became a Souls-like for a while. It felt like you couldn't go a month without a new Souls-like game coming out, and it just being okay at best from what you heard on the internet, and just waiting for the next Dark Souls or From Soft game to come out anyways, because you know that's the one that's actually gonna be good. Not to say that there weren't any good Souls-like indie games that came out because of FromSoft's influence, but most people, general audiences, are just gonna wait for the next FromSoft game because they know that's what they want. Maybe I just don't know how to explain it, but it feels like a lot of the time you see a cozy game being made, and it simply feels like a game manufacturing the cozy feeling rather than being a cozy game. Like when Square Enix made that farming game and it was supposed to be a cozy experience, or when Disney made the Animalcrossing game but you have Disney characters instead of animal characters, and it's just like weird. Like, I know you didn't make this because you thought it would be a good game. Rather, you made it because you thought Disney adults would really like it. Which, I guess they do. I mean, I think you're still supporting it. But it's just weird. Like, you're an adult in that game. You're not even a kid, you know? Like, it's just a weird experience. I don't understand that game. So with all that being said, what is the point of this video? I don't know. Are cozy games bad? No. Definitely not. I like the quote-unquote cozy game experience. I'm not great at competitive games or multiplayer games or even video games in general. So I do like to just get on a game and play alone or some friends and do PvE stuff. And even when I do play PvP games, I don't like to play ranked every time I get on Marvel Rivals because I don't like to get yelled at by people who take this way too seriously. And damn it, I feel cozy playing as Venom. I also don't think that every casual game needs to be labeled as a cozy game. I can tell that this game is going to be cozy. I can perceive things. I also think that the cozy label on games almost detracts from the coziness other games that don't fit under that umbrella can fill for people. Just because it doesn't give off the typical essence of coziness doesn't mean that it can't be cozy to someone out there. Hell, I find Resident Evil 2 to be cozy. I find Resident Evil 4 to be cozy. And those games terrify me. Yet I find them cozy because I'm familiar with them. There's a sense of comfort. Anyway, I hope that made sense. I've been Nikki Nobicki. I've been writing and saying cozy way too much, and I think it's time for me to unwind and go play some cozy games for myself. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and go play a game that makes you comfortable. I'll see you next time.
Oh god.
Who would choose a gecko?